I recently played some Magic the Gathering Global Series. Global Series is where it's from Wizards of the Coast, of course, 2018, and it's where they took a bunch of Chinese artists and folklorists and writers to create a dual deck of two planeswalkers that are, both, steeped in Chinese mythology. And I thought that was a really cool idea. Not just like, hey, we have planeswalkers that are, popping all over the place. It's like there's tons of amazing stuff just in the world, so might as well
That's
explore
okay.
that.
That's interesting to me because so my background in Magic is very, very minimal. It's probably about 8 or 9 years ago, and I got into it with my wife. We played it. We really enjoyed it. I just never kept up with it. Also, I mean, go back to like fifth grade, so maybe 25, 30 years ago. No, 20
25.
years ago. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember just Magic, and I just loved seeing it. I never did play it as a kid, but I always had friends who were into it, and so I've never really been into Magic, so I know very, very little. But one thing that does interest me always with Magic are those dual decks, because those, like, just pick those up and play those together and not have to worry about keeping up with everything. Now, are these competitive decks? Are they cards you can put into a legally competitive deck? I don't
uh,
know how that works.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't play
All right.
Magic that way. I just generally buy the dual decks and the Planeswalkers decks that come out because it's kind of fun to mix and match stuff. And I'm a lazy deck builder because at the end of the day, I don't want to sort through thousands of cards to go, this combo seems interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
Um,
I
in.
get it.
I
I'm
don't
in.
I don't have the time or you know just mental real estate to devote to that as a full-time hobby.
Yeah. No, it's true. That's why I stopped playing Netrunner or any LCG. I don't want to put the effort into building those decks. That's why I'm really interested in Keyforge,
Yeah.
because you don't have to build decks. You can just kind of pick those up and play.
Well, even Netrunner, like they had some pre-built decks, and so my wife and I played a number of games, and we just kept the pre-suggested decks, and then might have swapped a card or two every once in a while. But
Oh,
we
from the
did,
base set?
yeah, but we weren't like doing deck building. It's like, well, that's what the game
Yeah.
designer is for. Give us some balanced decks. Same with like Ashes.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ashes
Yep.
is great.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Android Netrunner, and I even think with other ones too. What FFG will do is they actually take the winning decks or the runner-up deck, and will actually print those cards, so you could literally play as the winner of 2017, 2016, 2018, which I think is kind of cool because then that way you don't have to really go scouring. You can just go ahead, spend like $10 and do it. I mean, it's, I don't know, kind of corny, but hey, if I'm in the same boat. Man, sorting through all those cards, I just don't have the brain capacity to do it. So if you
Yeah.
want to get in, really want to see how high, like a high skill deck is and have that background experience, it's pretty cool to be able to do that at a, cool base consumer level.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
then every
cool.
once in a while, I'll just buy like a booster box of whatever the latest stuff is as, a business expense because lots of
Bingo.
publishers and especially as a freelancer, I was talking to a lot of people that, were referencing Magic. And so that's how I kind of re got into it.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I was like, I should probably figure out what they're all talking about.
Okay, so here's a pop question for you. It sounds like your wife plays games with you as well, right?
Yep.
What's your favorite game to play with her? Or as a couple, what are you guys playing a lot right now that you like?
We haven't played it super recently, but I would say Matainai has been our go-to like game. Uh, we've played 50 or 60 times so far.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And is that just the base set? Because I think there's an expansion for it, right?
We have Wutai Mountain, but we only played with that once or twice. Um, Recently, we've been playing the game. The game.
The game. The game.
Yep.
Yeah, talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for you personally, what's your favorite game of all time? I know we're supposed to do like the
Small
whole interview
stakes.
later, but I'm just really interested right now.
Small stakes right now.
Yeah.
I really don't like ranking stuff.
I'm the same way. It fluctuates like every day. I'll give you the top 5, and it's never the same top 5.
Oh, I'm not going to give you a top 5. I don't know.
I would say Matai and I would be, wouldn't it? I mean, if you played that game like 50 times, I mean, that I know for a fact that that's like a game that's always come up for you as being a favorite.
That's true. I would say, I'll hop into my Board Game Geek thing.
Yeah.
And see.
Okay, so as you do that, hey Ryan, tell us your history with Peter. I don't know how you guys know each other.
He's my boy.
Your boy.
It's been such a weird inside joke that a friend of mine has made fun of, and that's anyways. We're gonna move past on that. It is now forever, hopefully, dead and buried. Alas, Peter and I have been good friends now for quite a long time. I want to say at least a couple years. 3-4 years.
Be more generous than that. Yeah. At least.
We
if not longer.
We met through mutual friends, and I think the first time I met Peter was through a Thanksgiving event where it wasn't Thanksgiving, but Peter wanted to host, or has been hosting, a Thanksgiving event where he gets friends from the industry, family, friends all together, and we have turkey, and we all bring over a game, and we have a game in which we all roll dice, and whoever rolls the highest gets a game from under the Woken Christmas tree.
That's true.
And from there, I think we ended up, through another mutual friend, just getting together for game nights, and have always been in touch since. And I have now been able to start putting games to what Peter has made. Like, I always, on Twitter, I'll not most recently, but Sagrada was one I was like, that was, he had done Sagrada took off, and from there it was like when he ever announced anything, I always wanted to make sure to give him the shout outs, and I'm just, it's very proud. It's always cool and proud to have any of my friends in the industry put out something for everyone to play, and so that's really cool.
I feel like I can't be just your boy though, because you've got a number of people in the industry.
Well, you are the original boy.
I'm the OG boy.
Yeah, OG boy.
Let's not have that nickname stick.
It is already stuck long before you came on this podcast.
Excellent. Well, I do have some answers for you.
Okay.
I don't really rank things on Board Game Geek anymore, since especially I work with a lot of publishers, and I feel like it might be biased.
Yep.
But I've only ranked 4 games, and Lords of Vegas is a 10.
Classic.
Summoner Wars,
also classic.
Matai, and Pandemic Legacy Season 1.
Season 1, that's right.
I should really give those a chance. I never liked Pandemic, and I've heard it's just a lot of Pandemic.
It is.
And I should try it. I should try it again. I have a bad attitude towards it for some reason. I actually don't know why. I enjoyed the one play I had of it, but I had no desire to play it. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. Hey, Ryan, what have you been playing lately?